Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to County Court Ed Law number 6 on the Bexar County Veterans Treatment Court. Today we have a plea and MTR docket. And on my docket for today, we have a motion to revoke community supervision on cause number 651887, State of Texas versus Jonathan Sanchez, represented by Mr. Cesar Montalvo. We have two pleas. A cause number 649351, State of Texas versus Christy Vela, represented by Mr. Thomas Beck. And we heard from Mr. Gayona yet?
I've not heard from Mr. Gayona, and Mr. Dume came in twice, but Your Honor, he did not have audio, and I had to try to remove him and have him come back in. He has not come back in.
All right, not a problem. We'll wait. Mr. Molina, are you ready to proceed on Mr. Sanchez 651887?
Mr. Montalvo?
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, I'm sorry, Montalvo.
No problem, Your Honor.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, this is cause 651887, State of Texas versus Jonathan Rene Sanchez, represented by Cesar Montalvo. And this is a motion to revoke community supervision. Representing the state is Miss Megan Galloway and Mr. Eduardo Eddie Villarreal. I can read. All right, all good.
Yes, Judge.
And representing the Bexar County CSCD is Miss Susan Gross, who I will swear at this time. Miss Gross, please raise your right hand. Do you swear the testimony you're about to give to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
Yes, sir, I do.
Thank you. Mr. Sanchez and Mr. Montalvo, the first document I'm looking at is entitled Defendant's Consent to Motion to Revoke Hearing by Video Conference, which purports to have both your signatures on it. In fact, Mr. Sanchez, is this your signature on this document, sir?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. And Mr. Montalvo, is this also your signature on this document?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. The next document I have is entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal, which is supposed to be marked as a revocation of the defendant's community supervision, and the defendant has a right to appeal the court's actions revoking the community supervision, but not the underlying conviction. My document copy does not show that to be marked, so Pat, administratively, just ensure that that has a check mark on it.
Yes, sir.
And in fact, they're also, the defendant's name is not on my copy of this document, and that needs to be inserted also.
Yes, sir.
And is in fact your signature on this document, Mr. Sanchez?
Yes, sir.
And Mr. Montalvo, as attorney for Mr. Sanchez, is this also your signature on this document?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Okay, Mr. Montalvo, my understanding is this is a uncontested motion to revoke community supervision. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Sanchez, in cause 651887 on the motion to revoke community supervision, how do you plead, sir?
And Mr. Sanchez, it would be true on this case.
Court accepts the plea of true with an explanation. Would that be adequate?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And Ms. Gross, would you please advise the court and the parties of the status of Mr. Sanchez's probation, please?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Sanchez has been reporting as directed. We last saw him on October 12th, 2021. His case is paid in full. He's completed all of his community service hours, as well as DWI education, victim impact panel, and the CAT-SNP programs. He's currently on Smart Start Mobile. He's testing 4 times per day. He has had 3 skip tests, and he had a warning BRAC on September 26, 2021 of 0.018. Historically, he's had 6 positive drug tests and 5 negative drug tests. The 5 positives were early on in his probation and positive for marijuana, and then most recently a positive for alcohol. His officer is recommending that he be placed on a SCRAM device for the duration of probation. This is his 2nd violation report, 2nd motion to revoke, and he has no criminal history.
Mr. Montalvo, we're not going to SCRAM device, so you don't need to talk about that. Let's talk about, we have 1 alcohol violation, and it's as low a blow as you can blow and still be blowing, and that's what it is. Is that what it is, Susan?
Yes, Your Honor, it was enough to detect alcohol, but not to prove heavy consumption.
Okay. We gonna have any more drinking going on, Mr. Sanchez, or are we done?
Oh, we're done, sir. Okay.
Go ahead, sir. With your attorney's permission, you have anything else you want to say?
I don't know how I blew with alcohol, or the warning is, I know the warning was because of my inhaler. I've had it happen before, but I just didn't catch the warning this one time because I have a severe asthma. So every time I blow, I try to do it before I do a blow, but I guess it still caught it this one time.
Does your asthma inhaler have alcohol in it?
I'm not sure what it has, but it did pop up warning one time, and I had to correct it with the probation officer I had first. I have it's albuterol is what it's called.
Always make sure and rinse your mouth before you blow into your device, and that will help prevent that from happening in the future.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Your
let me
Honor,
ask, go ahead.
Yes, Your Honor, we simply ask that he be continued and that the conditions remain the same. This is a good candidate. Mr. Sanchez has completed everything he needed to complete short of his time. You know, we're just waiting on time here. And before our issue was a marijuana issue here, we have it looks like the UA picked up on alcohol. Mr. Sanchez has represented to the court that he will not be consuming alcohol while he's on community supervision. And we'd ask that all conditions remain the same.
What is Mr. Sanchez on weekly UAs or monthly UAs again, Susan?
He's on monthly, Your Honor.
And when's the last UA we have on him?
Mr. Sanchez last gave us a sample on 10/12 of 21, which was negative.
Wonderful. Okay, Mr. Sanchez, two issues on my side. When you blew this violation, your face was not, yeah.
The positive for alcohol was via a ETG UA. And then he also has the positive for alcohol of 0.018, which was a warning BRAC on Smart Start. So it's like two separate incidents of alcohol.
Okay, let's talk about the Smart Start. I'm more concerned about how that came about than the fact of what it was. So no face detected on these blows. Is there a reason why we shouldn't have a picture of your face blown in this machine, Mr. Sanchez?
No, sir. I usually always have it straight to my face like that.
No more problems with that one. And you didn't blow a validation test after you got a warning. What's with that?
See, I talked to the probation officer. I must have not caught it because all I saw was data upload right after. So I figured it was a pass, but I had no alcohol in the system.
In the future, just make sure that you're looking at the camera so we get your cute little face on there. And also, make sure you blow a validation test after you get the initial test done. They're going to want you to blow another one within a couple of minutes. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All good on that.
And make sure you're
otherwise-
in good lighting.
I'm saying,
Yes, ma'am.
Make sure you're in good lighting, not in the dark.
Yes, ma'am.
okay. He went on probation March 25th, 2021. So he's got, I assume, till March 24th or something, 2022. Is that what we're looking at?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor.
And he's basically done everything except for successfully complete Smart Start mobile stuff. And
Yes,
UA.
sir.
Correct.
That's correct.
All right. Susan, what is your personal recommendation on Mr. Sanchez?
Judge, at this time, I don't think that we need to go with Scram. I think just continue to monitor him on the Smart Start mobile device. Now that he has been re-instructed and retrained via not only the judge, but the CLO, hopefully we won't have any more issues moving forward.
And Mr. Montalvo, I assume you agree with that, do you not?
I do, Your Honor.
And state, what is your recommendation?
The state agrees with probation's recommendation.
It sounds like you're on Mars. I didn't get any of that. I'm sorry, Megan.
The state agrees with probation's recommendation.
All right.
Okay, is that my recommendation or the officer's recommendation?
Ms. Gross's recommendation.
Thank you.
If you look at the officer's recommendation and then you hear Ms. Gross's recommendation, you can see why I asked for Ms. Gross's recommendation. All right, Mr. Sanchez, and got 651-887. The court accepts your plea of true with an explanation. I deny the state's motion to revoke your community supervision, or you continued on community supervision with all prior responsibilities and requirements with no sanction at this time, although I have the ability to put you in jail for 30 days to get your attention. Will that be necessary?
No, sir. I cannot afford to jail.
We're going to leave him at 4 blows on the Smart Start mobile. We're going to leave him on monthly UAs. Everything looks good. No more problem, Mr. Sanchez, and you'll complete probation fine. Is that okay with you,
Yes,
Mr. Montalvo?
That sounds
I have,
good, Judge.
I have one more question, sir, or
Yeah.
Judge.
Sure.
So since I'm at 8 months, am I just gonna do the Smart Start device for the whole year?
My position is if you have a violation month, I'm gonna add a new month to you to add on to what you would normally do half the time. So Susan, we got what, 2 violations this time? There's 2 more months?
I believe so. Let me double check, Your Honor.
Good question, though, Mr. Sanchez.
Thank you, sir.
Let's see. Yeah, this is the second motion to revoke. And on the first one, which was back in June, that MTR alleged the following violations, which were marijuana use. So actually, he would just need 1 more month of monitoring on the Smart Start, Judge.
All right, let's give him 1 more month of monitoring on the Smart Start, and if he's squeaky clean with no missed blows and no high bracs for alcohol and no other problems, you can take off the Smart Start mobile. Fair enough?
Yes, sir. Sounds good. Thank you so much, sir.
All right, thank you, Mr. Sanchez. Good luck to you. Thank you, Mr. Montalvo. Y'all are dismissed.
Mr.
Your Honor, be
Sanchez,
sure that you recall the warrant, please.
Mr. Sanchez, because the judge didn't, where did he go?
I'm listening, Mr. Chris.
Okay. Judge didn't change his conditions, so everything is status quo. He just needs to contact his officer and make sure that he's set up for his next monthly reporting. And then, in 30 days, have him either reach out to you or his officer and about removing the device.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I left. I heard Mr. Sanchez as I pressed leave.
Yeah.
No problem. And Susan, go ahead.
The judge didn't make any changes other than you're gonna, stay on Smart Start.
Yes, ma'am.
So no blows, no misses. Then in 30 days, tell your officer that the judge said you could get it off.
Yes,
If
ma'am.
you don't have any issues, and then they'll send a supplemental report to the judge asking to get it off.
Yes, ma'am. So it's gonna be like 45 days to 50, more than likely, right?
No, it'll be 30 days from today.
Okay, because they told me it takes at least a couple weeks for the judge to sign it. That's the only reason why I said that.
Well, it's not so much for the judge to sign it because he signs it the same day he gets it because he's a wonderful judge.
Mhm.
But it takes a while for the officer to write the report, for it to go to the manager and get it approved and get it sent to me and me send it to the judge.
Okay, yes, ma'am. I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And Mr. Montalvo and Mr. Sanchez, I'm going to send this in probably late afternoon. It's already 2:30. It's likely not to get on the computer and be active till tomorrow morning. So your warrant's going to stay hot till probably tomorrow morning, Mr. Sanchez. So
Okay,
don't get colorful and run around in speed or something where you're likely to get stopped or we'll get in trouble.
yes, sir.
All right,
Yes,
thanks.
Thank
Y'all are
you.
dismissed. Thank you.
Thank you. Good luck to you.
Okay.
Can I speak to the group, Judge?
You may. Thank you. Do you want to
All
talk?
right.
You want to talk to him about probation?
Yeah, actually, there's only one. So, Ms. Vela, I
Yes,
assume
ma'am.
you're going to be placed on probation today. So you,
No, she's not.
oh, she's not?
That's gonna be a JSAC case.
Okay, never mind. I'm done, Judge. Thanks.
Thanks, Susan. All right, this is cause number 649351, State of Texas versus Christy Rose Vela, represented by Mr. Thomas Beck. And this is a plea for trespass.
Is that the right calls number?
I've got 649351.
Let me look that up.
It's not Mr. Beck. Oh, excuse me. It's not that wasn't the one that was in agreement, but you've been appointed to both now, so I don't really think it matters anymore.
Well, the plea papers were for what calls number?
They were for the incorrect cause number.
Well, if y'all give me the correct cause number, we'll amend it real quick and we won't have any
You
problems.
change things up again?
I don't do the paperwork. but
I
if you're appointed
apologize
to
if I
both-
got the wrong one.
Can you tell me the cause number on the plea papers?
649351 is the cause number I have.
Am I on that case? I
Yes,
am?
been appointed to both cases now. So it
Okay.
really does not matter which case she pleads to.
I'm just shocked you changed it again. It's like
I
back and
did not
forth. It's
change it.
crazy.
I did not change it. It
no,
was a
it was my
clerical
mistake.
No,
Okay, so we'll go ahead. 649, I got you.
All right, let me back up. Are there actually 2 pending cases, including 649-351?
Yes,
There
one's gonna
are,
be
Your Honor.
TIC,
I got you. What is the number of the one being TIC, please?
669-189.
All right, so let's get on the same sheet of music.
I hope that's
The
correct.
one we're pleading on is 649-351, and that is a criminal trespass of a habitation or shelter, correct?
Correct.
And the one we're gonna TIC is 669-189, and what is that kind of case?
Criminal
It's a criminal
trespass,
trespass, public property, Your Honor.
Same place or different place?
It's a different place, Your Honor.
All right. And state you agree that's what we're doing.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, let's start over. This is called 649-351, State of Texas versus Christy Rose Vela, represented by Mr. Thomas Beck. The first document I have is entitled Defendant's Consent to Plea by Video Conference, which purports to have the signatures of both Ms. Vela and Mr. Beck on it. In fact, Ms. Vela, is this your signature on this document, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. And Mr. Beck, as attorney for Ms. Vela, is this also your signature on this document?
it is.
Thank you. Next document I have, Ms. Vela, is entitled Defendant's Waiver of Constitutional Rights and Court's Admonitions, that purports to have your signature on the back, effectively waiving certain constitutional rights you must waive in order to enter a plea before this court. In fact, ma'am, is this your signature on this document also?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. By signing this document, are you telling me that you've had enough time to either read this document or have it read to you in its entirety? If you had any questions about what was on this document, those questions were answered to your satisfaction by your attorney, Mr. Beck, so that in signing this document, you're telling me that you agree with and understand everything on this document. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He explained everything to me.
Thank you. Mr. Beck, as attorney for Ms. Vela, have you had enough time to go over this case with her? And in your opinion, is she mentally competent?
She is.
Ms. Vela, are you a United States citizen, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
And Mr. Beck, has the state fully complied with discovery for you on this case?
They have.
Ms. Vela, in cause number 649-351 to the charge of criminal trespass of a habitation or a shelter, how do you plead, ma'am?
Guilty.
I have no
No
contest. Court
No
will accept it.
contest.
Court will
Oh, yeah,
accept-
no contest. Yeah.
Okay. Everybody stop talking, please. The court will accept the plea of no contest. Is that okay, Mr. Beck? Is
That is.
that okay with you, state?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And is there an agreement in this case?
Yes, Your Honor. The agreement is 28 days, Bear County Jail, $0, $0 fine, court costs, credit for time served, time and money to run concurrent, judgment satisfied, taking into consideration cause number 669-189.
And Mr. Beck, is that your agreement with the state?
It is.
Ms. Vela, on cause 649-351, the court accepts your plea of no contest. I find you guilty. I assess 28 days in the Bear County Jail, a $0 fine plus court cost. Credit for time served, time and money to run concurrent, taking into consideration clause 669-189, which is granted and it shall be dismissed. Judgment satisfied. Anything further from the state of the defense on Ms. Vela?
Nothing
Nope.
from the state.
All good from the defense?
We're all good, Judge.
All right. Good luck, Ms. Vela. Thank you, Mr. Beck. Y'all are excused.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And I'm gonna text Mr. Gayona and see what we can find out